Let's take a look at the inspiration behind the scariest house in America. And coming up at number 3, the Amityville Horror, 112 Ocean Avenue, Amityville, New York. Why it works. The Amityville Horror needs no introduction. It's considered to be one of the most famous haunted house stories in the history of the United States. It's been covered in countless books, documentaries, and movies. But what makes this story so intriguing is that it's based on real events that transpired in a house that still stands today. In 1974, a young man named Ronald DeFeo Jr. murdered his entire family inside the home, killing his parents, 2 brothers, and 2 sisters with a shotgun. Just over a year later, George and Kathy Lutz moved into the home with their son and daughter. Within just 28 days of living there, they fled the home in terror, claiming that they were being haunted by the ghosts of the murdered DeFeo family. That same year, Ed and Lorraine Warren, 2 well-known paranormal investigators, visited the home to investigate reports of haunting. The couple experienced strange things while investigating the house, including cold spots, doors opening by themselves, shaking beds, moving objects, disembodied footsteps, and voices. They also claimed to have witnessed several ghostly apparitions while inside the home, including those of the DeFeo family. After experiencing these terrifying events firsthand, the Warrens concluded that the house was highly saturated with demonic and malevolent spirits. The presence was so strong in the home that they claimed it would be impossible for any normal person to live there. The Amityville Horror has become synonymous with the paranormal, particularly demonic hauntings. Some people believe that the murders that took place there somehow opened a portal to hell itself. Regardless of whether or not that's true, there's no denying that the home is one of the most haunted places in America. Number 2. The Whaley House, 640 N.L. Street, San Diego, California. Why it works. If you enjoy ghost tours and haunted house investigations, then chances are you've heard of the Whaley House. Also known as the Whaley Mansion, the Victorian-era home is said to be one of the most haunted places in all of California. It's even been listed on the National Register of Historic Places as being the most haunted house in America. Paranormal investigators have picked up on the spirits of Thomas Whaley and several other members of his family, as well as other former residents and visitors who died on the property. Haunting Story. Back in 1856, Thomas Whaley purchased a large plot of land that ran from L Street all the way back to what is now State Route 163. He began building his dream house on the property, but sadly, he never got to see it finished. Shortly after construction began, Thomas passed away and his widow, Anna, completed the house. She lived there with her children until she too passed away in 1881. Since then, many families have lived in the Whaley house. Several of them have reported strange and terrifying paranormal activity, including hearing footsteps, voices, seeing shadowy figures, and even interacting with invisible presences. One of the most famous stories about the house is that of a little girl named Violet. Violet passed away after accidentally drinking some carbolic acid. To this day, her ghost is said to wander the halls of the house. Visitors and staff have reported seeing her ghost as well as hearing her footsteps and even interacting with her spirit. Number 1. The Eastern State Penitentiary, 2027, Fairmount Avenue, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Why it works. Now this one may come as a bit of a surprise to some of you, but I'll tell you right now, I don't think there's a scarier abandoned place in all of America than an old prison. There's something about the thought of having walls around you that just seems like it would trap your soul for eternity. Well, that's exactly why a trip to the Eastern State Penitentiary will leave you terrified. Built in 1829, the prison quickly gained a reputation for its extremely harsh conditions. Prisoners were kept in complete solitary confinement, only allowed out for an hour each day. They were forced to sleep while standing, and if they sat down, their legs would be chained together. Because of the extreme nature of the prison, it's believed that many of the prisoners lost their minds while incarcerated there. When the prison finally closed its doors in 1913, It was abandoned and left in a state of disrepair. Over the years, vandals caused even more damage to the structure, leaving it in the dilapidated state that it's in today. Haunting story. The prison is said to be haunted by the souls of those prisoners who never made it out alive. Visitors have reported hearing screams, voices, and footsteps throughout the prison. They've also reported feeling uneasy and uncomfortable while inside the prison walls. Some believe that the prison is cursed and that anyone who steps foot inside it will never be the same again. Others say that the prison is simply a tragic reminder of the dark side of human nature. Whatever the case may be, one thing is for sure: the Eastern State Penitentiary is a place that should never be forgotten. Visiting the Eastern State Penitentiary is an experience that I recommend to anyone who loves all things creepy and mysterious. However, I wouldn't suggest going there alone. Maybe bring along a friend for moral support. And if you do decide to go, please be respectful of the prisoners and their families. Many of them suffered greatly here, and it's important to remember that they were real people. I hope you enjoyed taking a look at the inspiration behind the scariest house in America. Do you know of any other houses that could have made the list? Let me know in the comments below, and while you're there, make sure to subscribe for more videos like this one. Thanks for watching. See you next time.